Imagine waking up one day and realizing that the safest place on Earth is not above the ground, not under the sun, not in open cities, but deep below your feet. Imagine entire families, schools, farms, places of worship, and secret tunnels built in total darkness. No skyscrapers, no windows, just rock, silence, and survival. This is not a movie. This is not a myth. These people were real, and the cities they built still exist. Hidden beneath deserts, mountains, and modern streets are underground cities built by humans who chose darkness over death. This is the story of the people who built cities under the ground, not because they wanted to, but because they had no other choice. For most of human history, the world was not safe. Wars came without warning. Armies burned villages overnight. Empires rose and fell, leaving normal people with one problem. How do we survive? Some ran. Some fought. Others did something unthinkable. They went underground, not for days, not for weeks, but for generations. One of the most shocking examples is found in modern-day Turkey, in a region called Cappadocia. On the surface, it looks peaceful. Soft volcanic rock, small villages, tourists taking pictures. But beneath this calm land lies one of the greatest survival projects ever created by humans: the underground city of Derinkuyu. This was not just a hiding place. It was a full city carved deep into the earth, reaching more than 60 meters down, with up to 18 levels underground. Derinkuyu could hold more than 20,000 people at once. Think about that. 20,000 people living underground. There were bedrooms, kitchens, storage rooms, churches, schools, wine presses, wells, and even ventilation systems that still work today. These people understood something important. If you are going to live underground, you must bring life with you. The air system was genius. Hundreds of vertical shafts allowed fresh air to flow through the city. The wells were built so enemies above ground could not poison the water. Massive stone doors, some weighing over 500 kilograms, could be rolled into place to seal tunnels in seconds. If invaders came, the city disappeared. But why did they do this? Why go to such extreme lengths? The answer is fear, survival, and history. Cappadocia sat on major invasion routes. Over centuries, it was attacked by Persians, Romans, Arabs, Mongols, and others. When armies came, they did not just fight soldiers. They wiped out civilians. These underground cities became silent shelters where entire populations vanished until danger passed. But Turkey is not alone. Travel to China, and you find something equally shocking. In northern China, millions of people lived, and some still live, in underground homes called yaodongs. These are cave dwellings carved into hillsides or dug straight into the ground. Some of them are over 4,000 years old. Unlike Derinkuyu, these were not just emergency shelters. They were permanent homes. Why underground? Because underground life offered protection from extreme weather. Summers were cool. Winters were warm. Sandstorms, floods, and heat waves stayed above ground. These underground homes were cheap, strong, and safe. Entire underground villages existed, hidden from the surface world. Now imagine this. While emperors ruled above ground, millions of ordinary people lived quietly below, raising families, telling stories, surviving without ever being noticed by history books. Then there is Paris. Yes, the city of love. Beneath the streets of Paris lies a massive underground world. At first, it began as stone quarries used to build the city above. Over time, these tunnels expanded into hundreds of kilometers. When overcrowding and disease became deadly in the 18th century, Paris faced a new problem: where to bury the dead. The solution was terrifying and brilliant. The bones of more than 6 million people were moved underground into what we now call the Paris catacombs. But these tunnels were more than graveyards. During wars, including World War II, resistance fighters used them to hide, move secretly, and survive Nazi occupation. Meanwhile, German bunkers were sometimes just meters away, unaware of the hidden city beneath them. In times of crisis, humans always return underground. Travel south to Africa, and you will find another forgotten underground story. In Tunisia, the Berber people built underground homes in the desert town of Matmata. From above, you see almost nothing, just holes in the ground. But below are entire homes carved around open courtyards, protecting families from extreme desert heat and invading forces. These homes were invisible to enemies and naturally cool in temperatures that could kill above ground. Survival was built into the design. Even today, some people still live there, proving that underground life is not ancient history. It is still happening. Now let's go even deeper into time. In ancient Rome, underground tunnels called cryptae and catacombs served as hiding places for early Christians. When the Roman Empire hunted them, they disappeared underground to worship, bury their dead, and protect each other. Faith survived because the ground above was too dangerous. Across the world in Japan, underground bunkers and tunnel networks were built during World War II to protect civilians and military leaders from air raids. Schools, hospitals, and command centers were moved underground. Entire cities prepared to vanish if bombs fell. But survival underground was not easy. Darkness changes people. Living without sunlight affects the mind. Generations underground had to create new rhythms of life, new ways to measure time, new ways to stay human. Children grew up knowing tunnels better than streets. Silence became normal. Danger above ground became a distant memory. Food was another challenge. Underground cities stored massive amounts of grain, dried foods, and wine. Animals were kept in special areas to reduce noise and smell. Smoke from cooking had to be carefully managed to avoid detection. These cities were not built by kings or governments alone. They were built by ordinary people working together, carving rock with simple tools, passing knowledge from generation to generation. Every tunnel was shaped by hands driven by fear and hope. What is truly shocking is how many underground cities we have not found yet. Modern cities are built on top of ancient ones. Roads, malls, and houses sit above forgotten tunnels. In some places, construction workers accidentally break into underground rooms that no one has seen for thousands of years. History is literally beneath our feet. So why don't we talk about these people more? Because history loves sunlight. It celebrates empires, palaces, and battles. It rarely celebrates survival. It rarely tells the story of people who did not conquer, but endured. These underground civilizations did not leave statues or golden crowns. They left tunnels, silence, and proof that humans will do anything to protect life. And here is the most uncomfortable truth. If the world became dangerous again tomorrow, if war, climate disaster, or collapse came suddenly, we would likely do the same thing. Go underground, hide, build, survive. In fact, many governments are already preparing. Underground bunkers, secret facilities, and emergency cities exist today. The rich build shelters. The powerful disappear behind reinforced doors. History is repeating itself. The people who built cities under the ground were not primitive. They were engineers, planners, survivors. They understood something modern society often forgets. Safety is more valuable than comfort, and survival is more important than pride. When you walk on a street, remember this. You may be standing above a forgotten world, a city that once breathed, prayed, laughed, and feared in the dark, so that humanity could continue. The ground beneath you is not empty. It is full of stories, and some of them are still waiting to be discovered.